My boyfriend, 30 male, to hurt me body shamed me, 28 female.
Me, 28F, and my partner, 30M, have been in a relationship for a long time. I always was worried about our future from the economic point of view. While I do office work for 8 hours to earn a very decent salary, my boyfriend is content that he works for his friend and earns little salary to care about his basic hobbies. That means that while we split the house bills, I do all groceries, I paid for all the furniture in the house, paid for holidays and even paid his debt. He had $3,000 debt to the health insurance and I covered it. We recently got in an argument by saying that he is smart enough to find a decent job, to guarantee a better future as a family. Can be for future kids or for paying doctor's visits. It's not like I want to be the sole provider of this family. He got angry at me, saying that he doesn't get what more I want from him. And at a certain he screamed at me that he's ashamed to go out with me because I've gained weight.
I took this thing very harshly, and with all the stuff mentioned above, I decided that it's time for me to leave him and find a flat.
He's now in a mix of sorry and he says I overreacted. I just thought he cared about me regardless of my appearance. But now I cannot even look at him in the face. What's the best way to behave in this case?
Was I too harsh?
Why are you with this person?
Oh no, I am so sorry you are experiencing this. I am also a 28-year-old female, and sometimes without even my partner saying anything I get conscious of relationship weight I may be gaining. Anyway, you were there for him when he needed you and helped him out financially.
And yet he's not there for you when you've slightly changed?
You're still that same loving person, and I honestly stooped so low.
Disagreements and arguments are totally fine, but him just taking a shot to make you feel insecure is not the way to go about it.
I'd find this so hard to forgive, and I reckon you should too. Genuine question: why do you care if you were too harsh? He said he was too embarrassed to go out with you because you've gained weight.
That is actually disgusting.
That's degrading and emotionally scarring.
Not to mention how awful it is he said this after you've paid off significant debt and paid for holidays.
I know Reddit comments so often jump to a quick, dump him, shout out, but seriously, get this man in the bin.
Your partner body shaming you isn't respectable.
At best, it's mistreatment. At worst, it's outright abusive.
You deserve respect and support, especially from someone who's supposed to care about you. Don't let anyone make you feel less than you are. Why are you with this guy?
He has absolutely been taking advantage of you all this time.
He lashed out to hurt you because he has no valid argument justifying being a deadbeat partner.
He's only sorry he's about to lose his gravy train.
Recently found out that my 24M girlfriend, 26F, is already married. What should I do? You must be thinking what kind of guy the first M after reading the title, but I didn't do it intentionally.
I met this girl last year through a friend and we both connected very quickly.
We went on dates, it was such a wonderful time and the rest is history. Our relationship was good, we both took care of each other. And she was also very sweet to me and helped in so many ways to which I'm still very thankful for.
We also had our fights and arguments, but who doesn't? I started feeling a little off about our relationship for quite some time, that something is not right. I just had the intuition. When we started the relationship, she showed me her Facebook account and it looked like a regular person's account. Nothing suspicious about it, but one day when she was using Facebook, she was laughing on some meme or something, and I peeked in her phone screen and saw that the Facebook account she's using is completely different. I was taken aback, and then I peeked again to see the name of her account and it was different. I just felt that there is something major that she's hiding from me. I went home and started searching the name that I saw on her phone, but nothing came up.
Then I searched the name of her cousin, who she usually talks to, thinking maybe that'll lead me to somewhere, but it turned out to be her husband's account. His cover photo was their wedding day photo.
I was so shocked, felt like everything's spinning around me, and on top of that, she has a child also.
Both her husband and her child are back in her home country. Turns out, before she even met me, she blocked me from her original Facebook account, and my friends also, to cover her tracks. After I found out the big secret, I started beating around the bush, thinking that maybe she'll come clean by giving her different scenarios and situations, but she didn't, and it was eating me alive. I know this whole idea of her coming clean was totally pointless.
I don't know what I was thinking at that time. I called off the relationship.
Told her that I can't do wrong to the people who don't even know me, and I don't know them as well, and especially to the small child.
What's going to happen to him if her husband or her family finds out about our relationship? I mean that small child has his whole life ahead of him and I can't be the one to ruin it.
His mother is already doing enough by cheating on her whole family. When I told her about my reasons, she pulled the move that every cheater pulls and started badmouthing her husband like how he has no ambitions. He has this illness, he has that illness, and all other things.
I mean I can't check it and I don't even want to check it. I got cheated on by the girl who I loved so deeply. All the time I had nothing but love for her in our relationship, but then I got this in return. It felt like I got stabbed. After calling off the relationship, I regret everything. My days are miserable now, and I even turn towards alcohol, which I'm getting rid of because I realized that it's not good. Can't fall into that deep hole. I still miss our old days, how she used to call me by so many cute nicknames, all of that caring, cute way of scolding me for doing something wrong, holding hands, hugs, everything. Every moment with her was special to me. She also told me that she's going to leave her husband, which I take with a pinch of salt. But the biggest red flag is that she also told me she's going to give the full custody of the child to the husband. I can't trust this woman anymore, but this stupid heart of mine wants to trust her, wants to love her, hug her, kiss her, everything. How do I deal with this situation? I really don't want to get back together with her because of how the situation is. I'm not the kind of person who enables the cheaters by taking part in their wrongdoings, but my heart is still in love with her. How to get rid of the love? I'm so stupid. What should I do? How do I forget her? Please help me. Too long did not read. My girlfriend has a husband and a child in her home country, which she really took advantage of and started a relationship with me, and I was totally unaware of it, but my heart is still in love with her even after I broke up with her. If she'll cheat with you, she'll cheat on you. You're sad now, but you did the youth thing. You'll just be more sad in the future when she'll cheat on you after investing years. Let yourself grieve the relationship and remind yourself the girl you love isn't real. It was a second life she was living when she's bored of her real life. It's okay to be sad, but keep in mind you're missing a total lie. You'll find a sweet and single girl soon. I mean that small child has his whole life ahead of him and I can't be the one to ruin it. You aren't the one ruining it. Far from it. How do I deal with this situation? I really don't want to get back together with her because of how the situation is. I'm not the kind of person who enables the cheaters by taking part in their wrongdoings, but my heart is still in love with her. How to get rid of the love? I'm so stupid. Collect all the evidence and send it to her husband. Write up like how you did here, how you didn't know and that you did not want to just disappear without at least him having a choice whether he wants to continue the relationship or not. Wouldn't you want to know if you were him? You've already broken up with her and that was the right move. Next, you distract yourself so you can move on. See your friends, read a book, learn to play the guitar, do something absorbing that isn't connected to her. Emotions fade fastest when nothing is feeding them. Tell the husband and block this woman. Get therapy and move on. Stop drinking, get rid of the alcohol in your house. Focus on yourself, your work, your interests, your friends. Give it time. You broke it off with this girl, once you found out. You're a decent man. You're gonna find someone who doesn't lie or cheat. If possible, try to find out who her husband is and tell him. He deserves to know. Do most girls like it rough? 20f 23 meters. So I don't know the person well, it is a friend of a friend. But we got talking one night and he was being really sweet at some points of our night together, like peppering me with kisses constantly. He spent the whole night, got us breakfast morning after. But I had to tell him 3 times to go slower when he would. He was basically going as hard as he could and it didn't feel good at all, it was just a lot. I can't label it as pain, but it was not enjoyable. I didn't end up finishing and we did plenty of foreplay. Do I just not like the guy enough to be in the mood enough to enjoy it rough? Or, most women don't like it rough and he was just taking advantage of my limited experience. I was aroused every now and then, it wasn't a fluid thing. IDK would appreciate some insight to that because I'm just a bit. I want you to stop and take a step back. It is important that you make clear to yourself, even if literally every other woman on the planet loved rough sex, that wouldn't matter. You weren't enjoying it. And if you weren't enjoying it and he was not receptive to the feedback, that makes him a mediocre lover, or more sympathetically, just incompatible with you. You already know the actual answer. You know that everyone likes something different, that plenty like it slower,
and that he was just pounding like a jackhammer because he didn't really care about your experience.
For some reason, men in their early 20s think that's what women want.
Probably watching too much porn.
I have not read any of the comments. I see your age. No, op. I'm twice your age. It takes us years of having to deal with doing what we think men want, and right now in the age of easy porn it's 100x worse. No, op. A woman's body doesn't even open unless it's treated gently.
But young women don't know their own potential, and men think we like it the way they do.
It may take a very long time of experimenting to figure this out, but this whole,
he's done in 15 minutes, when we're just getting started.
And he spent the whole time nailing you. He doesn't know anything about the way a woman's body works. Porn affects dudes in mysterious ways. He probably watches too much porn and thinks that's how it's supposed to be done. Woozy face definitely couldn't deal with a jackrabbit dude. Tears of joy. 33 female. I absolutely love hard pounding.
Slow and sweet does nothing for me.
I will not get off like that.
That said, every person is different, and every vagina is different.
It's important to communicate your needs.
Some guys seem to think they need to fuck like porn stars, and that's just not it.
Me, F22, and my boyfriend, M22, is mad I kissed someone 1 month before dating. Am I bad? Me and my boyfriend met in March. We hung out 2 times before I went on a trip to Florida. I slept at his house before my trip and we had done nothing. On the trip I kissed someone for about 2 seconds.
Not even kidding, that's all.
Today me and him had been talking about that trip and he asked if I got with anyone. I laughed and he said, tell me. Now.
Thinking it was a funny story, I told him I kissed this guy. The story was funny and we didn't start dating till 5 weeks after that. We were not even a thing at that point.
Since I told
him, he is so mad he won't even talk to me and is saying he might break up with me.
I don't really understand why he's so mad. We weren't even a thing at that point and I was in a trip planned months before. I want to talk to
him and he won't even let me.
He's told me to shut the fuck up anytime I say anything to him. I'm wondering what I should do.
Am I bad? What should I do to fix this?
Is this not worth saving? Update. We talked about it, said he is very upset but just wants me to say sorry about it.
I did, but I guess I got defensive.
He said sorry for what he said and said he is over it.
Yet is not acting like that.
He's been actively texting his best friend about it for 2 hours and his friend is telling me to drop me.
Don't stay with someone who speaks to you that way, especially over such a non-issue.
Try dating a man instead of a child. No, you aren't. He, however, is ridiculously jealous and you are better off without someone who makes you feel badly about a non-event so early in a relationship.
He is trying to make you feel guilty.
Emo, this is emotional abuse.
Turn the tables on him.
Text him that you two are through and then block him. His is an immature little man-child.
His behavior is not going to get better if you stay.
Damn, that jealousy is only going to get worse over time. I'd leave now or risk being controlled and grilled endlessly every time you want to hang out with people when he's not present. You should find another person.